Maybe this person who said this to you is a Libra. It just came to my mind because I was looking at this Libra, but we have a lot of signs. With that earth, I'm feeling more grounding, but fire will be relevant. It's a confirmation because we had a lot of fire in your first spread. So either you, your person, someone, or a very fiery energy. Maybe you feel like you connect to fire or fire and earth. We have intuition. The red flags you ignored will come back to bite you later. Intuition. I feel like you know in your intuition, you know the truth. But this person came to shake your belief system. However, the second card we had was the let go. So maybe it was needed. Maybe it was needed. I feel it's a complex situation, right? Watch the previous part. So this person shook your belief system. They told you that divines are not meant to come into union, you have to let go. And be careful, right? Because it ain't true. However, it might have been divine orchestration for you to actually let go. For you to actually let go. For you to actually consider other options. We have the date night. So maybe we had love spell as well. So maybe this person told you that you have to go out there, you have to date other men. Oh my gosh, you guys, intimacy. Oh, I hope you did not do it. We have a no. So there's something here, you're not on the right track. You're not trusting in what your intuition is telling you the right thing. You guys, I sometimes, in these messages, I sometimes literally appeal to healers. And it's not just for twins. I don't go ahead and say that I'm an expert on Akashic records, past lives, womb healing, and whatever that is. I don't. I may know things from my own experience, from downloads for my own path. But what did I say? Downloads for your own path, everyone has them, and downloads for your mission. Healers receive those to know information that we have to teach you, help you. So if your path as a healer is not linked to twin flames, don't talk about this. Don't confuse people. There's something here. It's a no. It's a no. It's a be careful. I want to do one more because I'm so hoping that, oh my God. Move on. You guys. I feel someone told you to move on. I feel like you don't wanna in your intuition. I feel like someone told you to let go, to move on. God forbid you met someone who told you that the best way to let go is to find yourself someone else, okay? My universal truth, I don't want to scare you, but I'm guided to tell you this, okay? Because some feminines do things that are not to be reversed. Like cords cutting, like really engaging with many other partners, not to be, oh my God, you're not going to have enough lifetime. We have to focus on soul healing. The karma to be paid is for our masculine. This journey is a gift. This energy is entitlement energy. I feel like someone told you to let go, that the best, my universal truth, and it is not my experience, this is in what I received in downloads. The journey of the feminine will not start, truly. The healing will not start until the moment you decide to walk the path of celibacy, until divine union. We're high priestesses. We're those who are supposed to teach others divine order, love, divinity, light. They'll be back. Of course they'll be back. All right, you guys. I feel this is going to be a long reading. I kind of want to do, because I've taken these out. I don't know. Now I'm doubting. Let's do your masculine, and then we're going to do your joint energies. Ay, 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 ay. You guys. That's what happens when people think they're such know-it-alls. All right, your masculine. What did we start with these? All right. What's the energy for your masculine? Ace of Swords. The moon wanted to cut through. Nine of Swords. One more. What? Okay. Okay, we have quite grounded energy. We have the World. So there's an energy of new cycle. I'm hearing that this collective, you're in between cycles. Because it's did I mention this in a moment? Because I think I mentioned this in part 1. I keep seeing this card. Maybe we're going to have time to do this as well. Nothing is yet set in stone from this oracle. Nothing is yet set in stone. I feel like this collective, you're in between cycles. There's a reason I started rambling in the beginning about how you sometimes drop from a collective. Well, this is how. This is how you do stuff like that. I feel like you're in between cycles. Like nothing is yet set in stone. Like there's this big I wanna go back to this card. There's this big no from the universe. You're not going towards the right direction. You're not listening to your intuition. You're not understanding what moving on means. You're not. There's a no from your guides. There's a warning from your guides, I'm hearing. Again, everything happens for a reason, but sometimes we hear something, we do something, we change our mindset, it helps us shift, but then we have to realize what's the truth. What's the real intuition? So I feel like you're in between cycles. Things are happening. And now, are you going to jump back on board your highest, most aligned timeline? Or are we going to be repeating cycles? I say this to my divines all the time. If you come across anyone who is encouraging you to cut cords, tight cords, resign from your journey, move on, connect to other men, run away. Run away, because it's not what we're supposed to do on this journey. And I say this all the time, and I covered this in the episode from my masterclass, Divine Feminine and Dating. Sometimes, yes, we are guided to connect to other men, to date, but on a level of romantic friendship, on the level of learning how dating should look like, learning lessons through another person, but never connecting through intimacy, never connecting through actual relationship. God forbid, like I said, the cord cutting and saying like out loud to the universe, I don't want it, I don't want this journey. It won't take it away. Once you're born with it, it won't take it away. It's like saying to the universe, I don't want to be a human being, I want to be a dolphin. Well, wait for the next lifetime. There's certain things you cannot change. And you're just going to mess it all up. I'm sorry, I got nervous because I know that there are people who actually give these advice, and it's scary. It's scary because the role of the divine feminine in this world is so much bigger than just cutting ties and finding yourself a new man and moving on. And oh my God, this is not an advice of a divine feminine and to a divine feminine. We're here to lead, to glow, to ascend, to teach people love, to be love. So I feel like nothing is yet set in stone. You're in between cycles. But going back to your masculine, there's a change of an mindset of this masculine. So I'm hearing that there would have been a shift in the behavior or externally even with this masculine. I feel like this person is now focusing a little bit more maybe on pentacles. A little bit more on Pentacles, a little bit more on career, a little bit more on achievement. Small steps towards big accomplishments, I'm hearing as well. We have Nine of Swords, so there is energy of anxiety, there is energy of, sleepless nights, not knowing what to do, being very confused. It may be caused by, but you guys, I'm going to say this. We lead the way. Some divine feminines, they love to put blame on the masculines, right? They're not doing the work. They're not changing. They're not shifting. They're doing their part, but you're the spiritual leader of the connection. So if you change your mind, and if you're now sitting in this, maybe we're not going to get into union, maybe we're not supposed to, maybe it was just a karmic, maybe it was just an awakening, maybe I should find myself a soulmate. Well, what mindset do you think they're going to sit in? You're one mind, one soul, one consciousness, one chakra system. You lead the way. You're always connected through telepathy. The quality of your mind, this is why we heal, and we heal first. The quality of your thoughts will be transferred to them. But I feel there's a shift. I feel there's a shift. I'm hearing a change in their life as well. So maybe they're change jobs, they're change an element of a lifestyle. I don't think anything like maybe major, but it may be. Let's do another row. I'm nervous, you guys, and this means your guides are nervous. This means your guides are standing like on top of you, trying to send you intuitions, right? Intuitive thoughts. And they're like nervous because I feel like truly nothing is set in stone. What the hell are you gonna do? They can't control you. They can only guide you. I'm hearing as well that maybe because you're now feeling better, you thought that this advice was actually good advice because it brought you some release. But you guys, the Empress. I just heard something specific, but I don't feel it's going to be, it may be a detail because there's a reason I grabbed this deck. This one is pregnant. Queen of Pentacles. And we're going to take the other deck because this deck has pregnancy. So we're going to confirm. If it falls in this, it's a confirmation for a collective. If it's not, it may be just a detail for like I'm hearing one person. Five of Wands. Hermit. And Five of Cups. Okay. I'm hearing a couple of things. There's definitely a lot of anxiety, a lot of confusion, a lot of internal conflict. I'm hearing external conflict with this masculine as well. They're trying to go inwards to find the answers. They're trying to calm down their life to find the answers. But there's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of, they would be feeling right now that it's a lost cause. Why? Yeah. Because that's how you're feeling. Are you trying to convince yourself? There is this energy of, we have a pairing, right? We have a King and Queen of Pentacles. I feel like I'm hearing they would be thinking that they're making the right choice. So maybe they're connected to someone, maybe they're connected to a third party, maybe they're connected to someone that feels like a better choice, that feels like a calmer choice, that feels like a right choice. It may be also because, remember that first card we have for you, the trigger. You guys keep triggering each other. Let's confirm. Let's do a few of these. One more. Not liking this. Okay, we have love spell. We don't have pregnancy. I'm guided to do one more. One more. Pets, okay. Someone else at the bottom of the deck. Someone else. It's a detail, you guys. Don't make this fit. This collective, your masculine, would be connected to a third party. Okay, we have love spell, and we have that for both of you. For you was the bottom of the deck, so you both definitely think that it's like you're bound by this emotion, you're bound by each other, like there's some sort of a love spell. We have commitment and we have moving. So maybe it's a detail. Maybe this person moved to a different apartment, moved to a different city. Maybe they moved in with this person, or they're about to take a higher level of commitment in this relationship. Caution, and we have caution and we have gambling. Or someone else at the bottom of the deck. We have caution and we have gambling. It may be with this gambling, I'm hearing more. This is what they think of about risking it with you. It may be a detail for a few of you that there's actually money problems, financial problems, gambling problems. But I feel it's more. You guys, I'm going to explain this to you so you understand, because this may trigger you, this collective. In the beginning, in the initial years of this connection, the masculine is so wounded and so dormant that he doesn't understand why we trigger him so much. He doesn't understand that we are a mirror, okay? That we are a reflection of his shadow, the deepest mirror, because we are the other half of his soul. We have the same consciousness. It's like looking at yourself in another body. There is no escaping. This is why we trigger each other so much. But because he doesn't understand soul, healing, self-work, inner work, looking inward, self-reflection, he's in denial, he's in avoidance, he's pointing fingers towards everything but not himself. He reads that trigger center relationship as toxic, something that will never work out, because I have this pull and then I want to run away because she pulls me in and then she triggers me and pisses me off. So his mind thinks it's toxic. It's also because he's underneath a veil. He's not ready to see the truth, right? So he thinks that he should proceed with caution when it comes to you, that you're bound by each other. There's some sort of a love spell. Some of them even think that. Especially if we start going towards, becoming readers and those of us who are like more of a witchy poo kind of energy, they might even think that you've actually casted spell on them. And they go oftentimes and choose someone else because they think it's a wise choice. They think it's a reasonable choice because this person doesn't trigger them, without them understanding that they don't trigger them because there's no connection. And we have pets, so it may be a detail that this person has a pet or they got a pet with this person. Maybe this is a higher level of commitment. I don't know, I just saw a turtle. All right, let's do the other deck as well. I'm not, we have a mess in this collective. We're gonna have to do third part message of guidance, because we gotta set you straight, you guys. Things did not go the way they were supposed to completely. I feel like it's a your spirit team is assembling what you call this crisis committee, crisis team. To manage the damage. All right, what's with our masculine, where he stands? Did we do emotion for our masculine? I think we didn't. We're gonna do telepathic confirmation. I think you have disbelieved this collective. You underestimate how much you're connected, how much your thoughts, your decision, random thoughts, intense feeling brought by your twin. Notice patterns. I feel your thoughts. I feel you through everything. The thing I touch, the images I see, the voices I hear, we're connected. You're connected. Runner. We had a runner that was, I don't know, I didn't notice it flipped, but we're not going to take it. But we know he's a runner at this point. All right. Number 56, maybe that's a detail. Deceit. Mask. Two more for his first row. Ego-driven. Mentally materialistic. Yeah, so that's, and we have new beginning. You are, I'm seeing you in this empty box overview with 2 doors. Which way you gonna go? Are you gonna majorly repeat a cycle and do some nonsense stuff that really gonna throw you off a completely different timeline? And that's why the crisis management team is assembling. Are you gonna walk through the right door where there's still way to amend things and to course correct things? We have deceit, so wearing a mask, actions don't match their words. Maybe that's also something that triggered you. Maybe they did something that was completely opposite to what they said, and it set you off, and then you came across this person, and when you were in distress, you had this conversation and they convinced you that, honey, you have to let go, you have to move on. But they're definitely wearing a mask, and confirmation that they're sitting in their ego. And we have mentally materialistic. Remember what we said, that they are focusing right now on their money. They're in their ego. They don't care really about whether with this other person or not. They don't care. This person doesn't care about love right now. They're thinking about success, pentacles, money, ego. They don't even, whenever I always say to you guys, people who wear a mask to such a deep level that they don't even know they wear a mask. If they were to take off this mask, they wouldn't understand who they are. Telepathic. More concerned with what people think. Cycles. Cycles, you guys. Confirmation. 42. We keep replaying the same story, but it's about cycles. Repeating cycles. Aries. I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. So this is how this person would be sitting in this energy. Impulsive, irrational, selfish. I pushed this connection to a breaking point. But here's the thing. Our beautiful masculines, they push our connection to breaking point always. But it's meant to break you. So you break apart and heal every part of you. So you see yourself, they break you to remind you, it's part of our soul contract. They break us to remind us who we really are. Not to break you and push you into the arms of another man. That's on you. Or push you into the arms of a healer or a friend who's going to give you this amazing advice. That's on you. That's on you to believe that. And this is why I get upset, you guys, because I've been there. I've been on the beginning of this journey. I know how vulnerable you are. You don't understand how to listen to your intuition. You don't, and it's so easy to, find someone that's going to tell you rubbish and you're going to believe that. And there are things, but you guys, there is something that always tells you no. No. And again, it doesn't mean that, because I don't feel like this person that is advising you is a bad person, an evil person. They just don't know about this topic enough to give you advice. It's not their area of expertise. Perhaps they failed themselves. Perhaps they don't have enough knowledge. We may have the best of intentions, but it's also our responsibility and our intuition to choose the right advisor, to choose the right healer, to allow space for a specific healer to do specific things on our journey and to hold space. And we should know this. We always have intuition. We just numb it. The ego just numbs it. 2 more. Future focus. Future focus, that's on top of ego and materialistic. So yeah, this person's 6'6". they wouldn't be thinking about love and romance. I think that's the only thing that's causing this turmoil, this I feel like they want to focus wordless. I feel like they want to focus on something else because they cannot handle emotion, which is a part of most journeys, you guys. That the masculine reaches a point that it's such madness, it's such toxicity that they're like, I don't want it. I'm just going to focus on me, my career, my money, especially that these things are important to them. And part of a journey of a masculine who will become a builder of the new earth is to fix their understanding of the matrix. And in order to understand the matrix and when they heal the matrix, they need to really go down to the shadows and ego of the matrix. So they usually go down that road of thinking about money only, ego, pride, career, because they also don't understand what masculinity truly means. But with wordless, what came to my mind is maybe this person, remember we said that they set you off at one point, that they triggered something, that the word didn't match the action. So maybe they promised you something and then they disappeared and they ghosted in a more intense way. Maybe they promised you something and then they got scared and they jumped into that higher commitment with this person. It's like they promise you to leave their third party and come to you, and then they go ahead and buy a turtle with this person. Do you know what I mean? Let's confirm the emotion for this person as well. But they didn't know what to say, they didn't know what to do, so they just escaped into a world that they feel like it's more important now, that they understand better. We have freedom, we have service. This is more on this mask. Indecision. We have indecision, and one more. Loneliness. With this freedom, you guys know what I always say to you guys. Our masculines, when they're wounded, they're obsessed with freedom. They fear commitment like fire. If this is the first time you're watching me, I have an episode that is part of my Divine Masculine Masterclass, available free on YouTube, and it talks about fear of commitment. It's going to explain everything to you. But they're obsessed with freedom. They think that relationships change. This is why also they run away, because they feel such a strong pull towards us. Whenever they're with us, they feel like they would literally do anything for us. They might not show it, but they feel like I would do anything for this woman. I would like get down on my knees and kiss her feet. This is how much I adore her, her smell, the view of her, her voice, the tone of her voice. I'm so spellbound, and it scares them because they don't understand it, and because they have always passed with karmic, horrible relationships, sometimes lies, lack of loyalty, gaslighting, sometimes even abuse. They just are scared that same thing's going to happen because they don't have a healthy image of love and relationship, and suddenly someone that like they would do anything, so they obsess, they think that they just gonna fall like what's the saying? I can't remember. I think it's a Polish saying actually. Yeah. Sorry, I wanted to translate it a moment, but it's not gonna make sense to you, like a plump. So they run away. And I feel like he now wants with that service, because it's top of that mask, that ego, that he wants to feel more of a man, be of a service in a sense, not that service like life of service, but service in a sense, I want to make money, I want to form my future, I want to form something stable, I want to be someone. It's something that they feel like they can control this world a little more, whereas with us it's just indecision. And there's this energy of loneliness. It's... because they don't understand it. 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 They don't understand They don't understand it. Most people don't understand loneliness. You will never not be lonely with someone who is not a true soul connection.